Alright. Hello everyone, welcome to... Oh fuck, I don't know what fucking podcast it is. Oh no! What podcast?
It's the 13th, I think, unless you recorded
13th?
one at ACen.
Oh fuck, 1 sec. Oh no! Hello everyone, welcome to the 13th episode of the podcast. This week we'll be talking about ACen, and we have a lot of guests today. Everybody, please introduce yourself.
Hi,
I've been gone for a while.
and I've had sex with the 4 times. My favorite color is purple, and I don't really care about
Number 12, Team Aqua's hideout.
That was beautiful.
That was so good!
That could not have worked out any better.
So good. Thank you all for coming today.
Of course.
Let's get...
I've come 3 times today.
A lot of people will probably realize right away that this is a way different audio quality. My audio quality is way different. I have like a weird noise gate on, and also everybody else is being recorded on OBS by just my computer. So we don't have everyone recording their own individual audio, and therefore it'll be a little bit less high quality, but it'll be okay.
Don't spoil the magic. We're all in the same room right now, crammed into like a sardine can.
Yeah, we're all crowded around the one mic.
I'm sorry, guys. Base camp's down.
Yeah. So before we even get into ACen, before we get into even like churches stuff, let's just have everybody kind of introduce themselves really quick. So with us we have Big.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm an old friend from college. I'm doing great. We used to play Smash and went to Anime Central this last weekend.
And Joel's here.
I also went to Illinois State University. Well, I still go there. And I just went to ACen with these people.
And we also have Mao.
Hi, I'm that guy that was in the one podcast that got released and the 2 others that weren't.
Yes, you're right. We also have we have Patrick.
Perfect.
Yeah, that sounds enough.
That's the most accurate intro.
I really didn't expect anything less.
We also have Church.
Hi, I'm back.
And we have Mezz.
Number 15. I want to die.
And finally, we have your host, it's me, Spencer. Hi.
Hello.
So let's just start this out with a couple announcements that Church wants to make.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, congratulations.
One of you is the father.
So I've been gone for a while, like I think literally a month now.
Probably.
It's been a while. I mean, I've gone through a lot of stuff recently.
You've been fighting in the Congo?
Yeah, I've been fighting in the Congo. You know, it's tough. War is hard. My friends are dying in front of me.
He's not allowed to bring his first.
I've got permanent scars on my body, and but yeah, my computer broke in the Congo.
Yes.
And I have not owned a computer now for almost a month and a half. Oof. So it's been pretty lit, and so I'm recording on like my headset.
Mm-hmm.
My car has been fixed.
Hey.
Epic, awesome. It's on 220,000 miles right now.
Fuck yeah! Oh my god.
She's pushing. Her name's Maxine. She's pushing.
It's a good name.
Yeah. And then I passed EdTPA. Yay!
Yay!
Which is
like a basically.
Which is like
that?
It's this huge teacher assessment. It's like you have to get a 39. You have to get a 39 on it in order to get your license in Illinois.
A 39 out of 38.
A 39 out of 75, and only one person in the entire United States ever has gotten a 75.
Wow.
And I got a 50. I did pretty well, so I'm
good,
very happy about it.
And
I'm looking for jobs.
And if you've been following the
Potential
ixcast for a
employers,
while,
please don't listen to this.
Yeah. If you've been following the ixcast for a while, you'll realize now that this is what Church has been doing for months, for weeks, for months. And it's finally over.
It's so over, yeah.
It's so
It took
finally
forever.
over. And we were talking together throughout it on like just in random chats, and man, that's a lot of work you had to put into that.
And I graduated college.
Yay! I think
Welcome to the
some
club.
other people did too.
Yay!
In here?
Yeah, I think so.
I did.
Shit, I didn't.
I did not.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong.
I'm a loner.
All right, so let's just get right into it. Let's just jump right in, guys.
Do you mind if I
Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a comment, hit the bell to get the notifications.
do you mind if I start us off with a little icebreaker, a little brain teaser, maybe?
Sure, sure.
Something Joel and I have been wanting to ask on the podcast.
Yes, finally.
Yes, and we're finally getting a chance to. Now, I don't want any further questions asked until after I get everyone's answers. It's very important. I don't want to bias anyone.
Okay.
So, Spencer, we'll start with you,
Yes.
since you are our host. Walk me through step by step
Uh-oh.
when you use a urinal in the men's restroom.
Okay.
Full detail.
Well, usually now I'm wearing a belt, so I'll walk into the bathroom, and where I'm at, we just have two urinals, separated by a divider. And
Okay.
I will undo my belt, I will undo the button, unzip, and I will like pull the top of my underwear below my dick, and then pee.
Okay.
Mezz.
Would you like to explain yours as well?
Okay. So
Now that we have an example, I'll use two terms here. You can say you're either over the fence or through the gate. So
Yes.
Spencer would be considered over the fence.
Mezz.
Or what are you?
I am over the fence, but I don't even unbutton the pants sometimes. I just flop the balls out. The balls always have to be out, though.
Jesus.
Okay,
I
okay,
take
I'm with
my
you on that
balls
one.
out. I take my balls out.
But the pee is stored in the balls, and you need the pants to squeeze the balls.
No, he pulls the balls out.
You
He
don't
wrings
understand.
out the balls at the urinal.
I gotta squeeze
Oh,
out my
okay.
Like a
balls.
wet rag.
You give him a little squish.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
He gives him a flick and then it gets to go.
Okay.
Crude
okay.
humor, XD.
Okay.
Church.
We know you're uncircumcised, so your answer might be a little different.
God.
Wait, are you?
Yes.
Are you
I'm
the
sorry.
only one?
All right, young push pop, let us know your answer.
I am over the fence.
Okay.
Mel.
Through the gate, you're a psychopath.
Okay. We're gonna get to that.
Church.
I'm glad you said
All right. Who's up?
Mel.
Over the fence.
does that just leave us? Oh, Patrick. Okay, Patrick.
Hi. So, define each term for me.
So over the fence is where you basically pull your pants down at the front. Through the
Over
gate would be
waistband.
unzipping your pants and going through the hole in your boxers.
Oh, I do both.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, we got it split down the middle for him.
So
Yeah, I unbutton and then I unzip and then I like pull my dick out over my boxers.
yeah, so you're over the fence.
That's so
So you're
weird.
over the fencer.
I'm over
So
the
this
gate.
is quite interesting. I've left the most interesting man for last. Joel, would you like to let us know what you do when you go to the urinal?
Did you? Ever since I was a kid, I've been taught that you just need to undo your zipper and just pull out your dick and go to the bathroom.
Like,
Fish
I
it
don't
out,
need-
as he likes to call it.
yeah.
I don't need to.
Do you
pull out
also
my
stand next to someone else while doing it? There's like 10 open urinals and you stand next to the other person.
You guys are all psychopaths. You guys
Okay,
all
but my thing
pull
is,
your
my thing
goddamn
is,
pants down.
what if
Joel
you're
has been railing on me for a month, saying I'm a weirdo for pulling
Big, did
my
you-
pants down at the front.
Did
and
you
I'm like,
ask
you
all
are
of this
actually
to-
crazy.
Did you ask all of us this just so you could expose Joel on the internet live?
Absolutely, because he was excited to
Body.
expose me because he thought that
Well,
I was the weird one. And I'm like,
I
dude,
don't-
you are so
I'm
weird.
not embarrassed because I've been talking mad shit about it. So
He has.
you know, whatever.
All right.
I can let my balls breathe.
Before we go
I
any
have so much
further,
blackmail against Joel.
before we go, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Push pop.
Before we go any
Remember
further,
when you threw up outside a Steak and Shake?
Yikes.
That was a good time. Barely
The
remember it.
waitress was genuinely concerned for your health.
Poor Candy.
she
She like came up to her table. She's like, "Is your buddy okay?" I'm like,
Oh, that
"Yeah,
wasn't
he's just-
Candy. That was just some
he's
other
just-
random
he's
waitress.
just throwing up next to the bus stop. Don't worry about it."
Was it Daisy?
Bruh, that was one juice. That's how fucked up that shit is.
Oh, juice is the best, man.
Okay, so I think that's a perfect way to just thank you for the icebreaker. I do appreciate that. That's awesome.
Oh, of course.
Let's get right into it though.
The fitness gram pacer test.
Oh, could you imagine if they had Chills narrate it?
Oh, God.
He needs to start like a cameo and have
Yes, I was thinking that same thing.
That would be perfect. He would get so much
I'd
money.
pay him.
Oh, he would.
Speaking of cameo and like people that do that, we had Mao actually get who was it? It was the Colonel.
Paul Lighting.
Roy Campbell.
Yeah, Paul Lighting. That's the voice
Lighting.
actor's name.
Yeah, you had him do a thing for Swanner, right?
Yeah, I did.
We talked about Swanner like once on the podcast. Sorry, now we're just getting off topic. Let's actually do this. Okay. So what did we do this last week? We went to ACen.
Do we want to start with the Thursday night festivities, or do we want to just jump right into the Friday night?
I guess Thursday's okay. Sure.
So
That'll just be you two
Thursday-
pretty much taking the head on that one.
Yeah, basically.
So Thursday, I had Spencer come over to my house because we were gonna leave Friday morning, and I just didn't want him driving like 3+ hours in the morning.
Because that would suck.
Because it would suck. But so we basically make a bunch of last-minute cosplay preparations, which included a Kodak call screen that we made from scratch with crayons and knives.
Yeah, I'll put some pictures up.
Yeah, we'll put some pictures up. We've got
There it
us
is!
in the making of it. There it is.
All right.
Wow, I love that. And then I had to cut jeans for us for a Team Aqua cosplay that we were doing.
Yeah.
And that ended up taking most of the night, I think, because
Yeah, I
the Kodak
think,
call screen took like an hour and a half to make.
And that's probably the most time I've spent like in Snapchat recording things.
Yeah.
For like the past year. I think that's the most I've done it.
Anyway, we had fun. We were playing, anime music. We were talking, and we had went and got food. We got McDonald's, before that, and picked up booze. Which, by the way, I still have that unopened bottle of vodka.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah, we didn't even open it.
Yeah, that's good.
I also have an unopened handle of vodka.
That is really good, Patrick.
He's really good at cutting out faces.
I'm gonna post that. Okay, so, and then Friday morning for us was Mezz and I woke up. We got dressed like kind of stay like kind of casual with it. Mezz took a while to get ready.
I did a whole tuxedo because that was my first cosplay.
Mm-hmm. And then we had Patrick and Skylar come over.
Yes.
Yep, they met at our house, and it was crazy. Things were trying to pack everything into the car. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
how was
it was like
Joel?
Big.
And how were your morning?
Our morning?
Your Friday morning.
It was pretty
That's
standard.
Pretty simple. Well, we both woke up, both got hygiened, I guess, and then drove out.
I know. I surprised you with our costume.
Oh, that's right, the Asgore and the Chris cosplay.
Oh yeah.
I did not let him know what we were going to do ahead of time. I told him I wanted it to be a surprise.
You're really good at
And
surprises.
I ended up getting him a Chris sweater, and I dressed in full white face and went as Asgore.
from Undertale.
From Undertale.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's Undertale.
Yeah.
It's okay, you're a furry, not a.
Yeah, it's no shame.
He's a furry, not a racist.
It's true.
And then
Well, I mean-
He's not part of the Third Reich.
God.
The third right.
That's a thing too. I
So
know it's a thing.
we ended up it took like an hour for us to get to the convention.
But there was not a lot of issues as far as traffic. I mean, even
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts was pretty chill.
Yeah, and it was the same thing as
my facial hair this year.
yeah, it was the same thing as last year where there was cops
the
on
cops
the roof.
were on the roof again.
Yeah, same exact day or same exact event.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. But anyways, yeah, it did not take long to get there, even though it was an hour.
no.
It really felt like it went by really fast. That was
Yeah.
good. We parked our car at the hotel and just like walked over.
We
to the
saw
convention.
a Komeda cosplayer, to which I caught him on Snapchat and started playing.
Yeah.
Fingers in his ass. Fingers in
Saw that.
his ass,
That's how I figured out you guys were there.
which is a really, really good way to start the convention.
Yeah, sure.
And, at least for me.
yeah.
And so we were still waiting on. Do I call you
Big.
or big?
Big.
Big. Okay. Fuck. So we're waiting on
It's
Big and
okay.
Joel
He's already
to...
called me by my first name
That's
twice.
fair.
He's called 3 people by their first
I've
name.
called him. I've called me by your name.
That's because
whatever that
Big
is.
is a respectful boy. I love him.
So to get slightly back on track, we were waiting for Big and Joel to arrive at the hotel because they were a little later than us. We were going to meet them at the convention or the hotel. I forget exactly which, but they weren't there yet. So we go to the convention center because we're like, fuck it. At the very least, we'll pick up our badges, look around a little bit, have a little bit of fun. So I'm carrying a poster board with me, wearing a headband and a fake beard. And while we're waiting in the hotel for Patrick and Skylar to take a piss, a businessman is having a he's having like a telecom conference
Yeah,
or whatever.
he's having a
And
conference.
he's having like a very official business meeting. He's like, oh yes, that looks
He's like,
good.
thank you all for joining
Thank
me.
you all for coming. I very much appreciate your time, and we'll schedule the next meeting soon. And then he's packing up his laptop, and he's kind of looking at us, and he kind of like looks at some of the people going by.
And to be
And
fair,
he comes up.
yeah, to be fair, we're
dressed
fine.
kind of normal.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're dressed kind of normal. I'm in a tuxedo. You know, I've got a bow tie. Spencer's wearing a lab coat and a tie. We look
Professional? Regular?
Yes, more
Yeah.
professional than other people do. And he comes up to us and he's like, what's going on here? And I'm like, oh, it's a convention. And he's like, oh, for what? And I'm like, anime. And of course, he doesn't know what anime
he's
is.
like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. And then he walks away, and like he had no fucking clue.
I've always wondered if that's ever happened, just like because the convention takes place or at least a bunch of it's in the hotel. So I've always wondered if there's just like people that just show up and they're like, "What is going on?"
Every year for
every
ACen,
year.
they book like doctorate meetings. Very professional people having PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny because the day we got there was like another conference thing going on in some of the other like ballrooms at the hotel. And you'd see people in suits, and then you'd see people in like skimpy outfits and wigs, and you're like, well, this doesn't mesh at all.
One of these things is not like the other.
But yeah,
it's
like,
really 50-50 down the middle what you're
it
going to
really
get.
is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really is.
But
But it was funny because he was not the last person to ask us what was going on. We were waiting at an intersection, and somebody leans out their car, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on around here?" We're like, "Oh, anime convention." He's like, "Oh, okay," and he just drives away.
Yeah. And then
He
we.
goes, "Weeb."
But yeah, fast forward a little bit, we get our badges, no issues. We go to Artist Alley, and this is where this is one of my favorite parts of the weekend. There was an artist who was selling like body pillows,
Yep.
and she does like very unique body pillows. Like she's got like a Macintosh Vaporwave one,
Mhm.
she's got like Eva Unit one, and she had a Big Boss one. And of course, I was cosplaying as Big Boss, and I was like, oh god, I have to get that. So she sees me, she sees that I'm cosplaying Big Boss, and she's like, oh, that's cool. And then she sees my Kodak sign, and she's like, oh, what does that say? I hold it up, and she's like, oh, I have to get a picture. By the way, the text on it, just in case you're listening to this and not watching it, it was, Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around to Anime Central, but I'm dummy thick. And the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the staff.
And
I think you should mention that the body pillow size was very miniature. Like it fits on your leg.
yeah.
I bought
There were
a
large
tiny
ones
body pillow.
and
there
tiny
were
ones.
regular body pillow ones and there were tiny ones. I got one of the tiny ones, wore it on my badge the whole weekend. I still have it. I put it on my keys if my parents probably wouldn't think I'm gay.
I mean,
and that's perfect too. Is that so? Like we went to Artist Alley.
One of the first things we saw.
To basically just like walk around that for a minute. Because we were kind of just waiting. We were kind of like buying time because we wanted
'cause we were
to
waiting
check into
for,
the hotel
Big
and
Joel
waiting for them to get there. Yeah.
And Artist Alley is smaller than like the regular dealer hall because it's people doing their own art stuff, and it's a
very,
cool little area. You can find some good stuff there.
It was both large and compact at the same time. But
Crowded.
What else?
Is how I would describe
Oh, very crowded. Yes. Okay, what
But
else? Here?
So, Patrick, anything of note that you remember during that time, or was it mainly just
Like, just in general, like, getting to ACen?
getting to ACen, like before we check into the hotel, like that kind of stuff?
No, not. It was just kind of normal as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay. And then from there, I think we walked back to the hotel.
Yeah, we walked back to the hotel, and by that time, Big and Joel had arrived. They had checked in.
So we ran up there, checked in.
We met up with them. We were having a good time. We were all hanging out for a little bit, and then we go back to the convention. And I think we all started going our separate ways and grouping off. I think.
Pretty much, yeah. So Patrick and Skylar went and
Patrick
did some
and Skylar
stuff.
did your thing. What did you guys do? Wasn't it like a concert?
It was. I think it was like a. Yeah, it was like a Japanese tea ceremony before we did the maid thing.
How was that?
I almost forgot we did it. It was pretty. It was all right. I had actually taken like a Japanese tea class in university before, so I already kind of knew a lot of the stuff.
What?
But it was just interesting to like kind of see it live and stuff.
Huh. Well, yeah, I've never really heard of that.
So is it like a tradition thing where you do with a group of people, or is it referring to maybe like an everyday thing you would do?
It's something you do with like usually one other person or maybe a couple other people.
Oh.
It's really cool. I did something similar when I was in China. My host family, he taught me how to have tea properly and everything. It was very, very neat to learn.
Yeah, I did not know you went to China.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You've been.
It was great.
China.
I got lost with someone who I did not know.
Hey, did you go to the square where nothing happened?
I did not go to. I'm guessing you're referring to Tiananmen Square, but
yeah, we're gonna have to censor that.
Nothing happened there.
It'll just get banned in China.
Yeah.
All our Chinese.
You also got growth in China.
I mean, we're already featuring a guy who goes by Mao, so I mean,
it's true. And then.
But so, Big and Joel, what did you guys do after we had returned? Didn't you guys just do?
We walked around the main area where you buy stuff.
The dealer hall, yeah.
The dealer hall. We walked down there for most of the day, and then we went to Artist Hall, and then basically by that time we all went back to the hotel and played Smash.
So me and Spencer, I guess, have the most interesting.
I would say it was both interesting and not.
It was very interesting, but at the same time very uninteresting, because I was like, hey, I don't want to go walk around the dealer hall because I have a cosplay meetup I want to go to.
Yes.
Because there was a Metal Gear meetup that Friday, and I wanted to go to it because I like doing that.
Yeah.
So Spencer had the great idea of just like, hey, let's just post up with the Codex sign, hold it in front of our faces, and just fucking see if people will read it and take pictures with us. Within like 2 minutes, of us just standing there and posting up, people were taking photos of us. There's several photos that I've found of us.
There was
like
probably
in the Codex screen.
I think we stood there for like over 2 hours, or around 2 hours.
Around 2 hours before we did, and at some point, Patrick and Skylar also met back up with us, and like Skylar was like taking photos of people in the Codex screen. It was great. There was a lot
you
of
guys,
people.
and then you guys went to that maid cafe.
We did, but was that before or that was after the Metal Gear meetup?
Yes, it was.
Metal Gear meetup was really cool. There'll be a bunch of photos. Hopefully, we'll put up here.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of photos.
Yeah.
There was a really good Raiden cosplayer. There was a really good Sniper Wolf cosplayer. I loved that one. She was hot.
She was very cute. Yes.
The Quiet cosplayer, great.
Yeah, that was good too. I like the eyeshadow on that one.
Her and the Raiden were actually like hanging out together. They were like either roommates or like more. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But there was a grand total of 4 snakes, 3 of which were Big Boss, 1 of which was Venom Snake.
Nice.
There was no solids, no liquids, no Raidens. Well, there was a Metal Gear Rising Raiden, but that's different. So yeah.
And then you guys went to the maid cafe, yes?
And then we went to the maid cafe, which is very, very interesting. We ran into the guy who organized the convention for the last 20 years and who had just, like, retired. He goes by the name Gendo, like the Evangelion character.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he always cosplays as Gendo.
He does a very good job.
He does. He's a very kind man, though.
What is the maid cafe like?
Too kind.
No, the maid cafe. The maid cafe was very interesting because I figured, it was going to be one of those sit down, talk a little bit with the maid. They kind of just do their thing, but you're mainly on your own. This was a lot more involved.
much more sexual than you thought it was going to be.
They had stripper poles and black lights.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna like put our hands down your pants," and I was like,
They had these
"Do we have to
ACen
sign a
ping
form?"
pong
And they're
balls,
like,
and
"No."
you wouldn't
We had to
believe
take
what
off
they
our
do with them.
belts. Like we had to leave the belts at the door.
Yeah, it felt really uncomfortable at first, but I was
Oh.
like, I mean, this is like a culture thing, you know?
It may have been the Ritalin they slipped in our drinks.
Yeah.
That's like deadly poison, isn't it?
Oh,
No.
I thought that was
Ritalin?
Ritalin is like to help you
Ritalin?
focus.
Or am I talking about?
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't care.
Ritalin's like an ADHD, like or like an ADD, like
You're
medicine.
thinking of ricin.
Oh.
I am thinking of ricin.
This is a mess.
Anyways.
Anyway, actually, all right.
What they call at school when they are giving all of the children their medicine for ADHD is the Ritalin Roundup.
Oh no.
That's
Do they
hilarious.
really say that?
Do they?
No.
They should.
That's what my granddad called it. He's like, all right, yeah, every day we had to give him their Ritalin Roundup, and I lost it in the middle of a Culver's, dude. I had never laughed so
Culvers
hard.
are godless places.
You only say that because you worked
Cute.
there.
Anyway, back to the maid cafe
Okay.
because this is an interesting experience. So we are at a table with it's me, Patrick, and Skylar. Some guy who is just on his own, extreme weeaboo looking dude.
Like katana owning guy.
Almost. Wouldn't you agree, Patrick?
Yes.
Time he should have spent making friends, he was studying the blade.
Yes.
And that's why he was
then
alone.
there was Gendo and his girlfriend or fiance, I cannot remember which. And then there was another couple who were actually very nice. But they were in like their 30s, maybe early 40s.
Oh,
like
wow.
we were some of the younger people at the table.
Yeah.
And so we go in, they set us down. There's 3 different big tables. And we're like table number 1. And we're like closest to the front. And all the butlers like line up. There's like 6 of them. And they all introduce themselves, and it's like, oh, I'm head butler Shimikaze. That's not what his name was. I remember our butler was Butler Mercury because he was
That's
cool.
cute.
I think he was the wasn't he security / enforcement?
He is able to legally kill someone. Yes.
He carried a fully loaded automatic rifle.
Oh, wow.
At all times. It was actually a little intimidating, but you kind of got used to it.
Yeah, like you're like if you met him, you'd be like, oh, okay, he's not going to use this for evil. So
Yeah.
like you trust.
He
him.
had really soft hands.
He
so
played
it was
this
fine.
game called Blank or Bullet, and you had to guess which one it was.
This is not true. This is not real, by the way.
You would aim at, you would aim at your head and
La
everything.
Parfait Maid Cafe, we loved it. But so the butlers introduced themselves, and so they all went through. Some of them looked a bit better than others, but I mean that's just
I do have one question.
Yes.
Were like the butlers and the maids like actual Asian people, or were they just
No.
like volunteers?
We had
They're
I think
volunteers.
the one Asian.
Yeah, there was like one Asian girl.
The last
but
time
she
I
was-
went, we had a black maid.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know why you
Anyway.
laughed. That isn't a joke. We had a black maid.
Okay.
Okay. Like Black Butler, huh?
Did you say why bother?
No, I said
No, Black Butler, huh?
Oh.
That's a manga / anime.
Okay.
I'm like, wow.
anyways, yeah.
Anyway, so the butlers introduce themselves and the maids introduce themselves, and of course they do the whole blend-s thing, the smile, sweet, sister. So they did
They
like
actually
they
did that?
they didn't do that, but they had personalities.
It's
Oh,
similar,
I
yes.
see.
Like
Okay.
we got one of the more cutesy ones, which I thought I would be really like about, but she was actually really nice.
Okay.
It was always weird when they'd refer to us because they used Goshuzin-sama, I think.
Does that just mean like customer
I think so.
or gentleman?
Mr. and
or
Mrs.,
something?
yeah.
Probably. Well, Mr. and Mrs. would
Well,
be
sama
san.
is
San
yeah
or sama.
the suffix for that, but I don't know what Goshuzin means.
I also don't.
I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. But
Weeaboos.
Patrick, feel free to interject and or take over at any point as well.
I mean, all I can really add is after the maid cafe, I got some cheese fries, and that was really good.
Were they like
so-
$12?
Yeah,
Six,
food at
maybe.
conventions is utterly
Jesus.
ridiculously expensive. But so,
Oh,
after
we
everyone
played
is,
a table and chairs game.
That's what I was gonna get to. So after they introduce everyone and they kind of like pair off and like go to our tables and they're like serving drinks and our like cake and stuff. We played this game where you got to use chopsticks to like flick these like little bean things into the bowl.
All right,
Come on, Tyler.
I'm gonna interject right here. You can't say flick and bean in the same sentence.
My bad.
So you're at this maid cafe, they're flicking their beans. Go on.
I'm like, sir, you can't do this.
So we're doing some bean flicking here at the maid cafe. It's all a good time. There's just guns, there's beans. I mean, what?
Guns and beans.
We are completely slandering this cafe. Jesus Christ.
No, we played this game called Blanks.
I really don't know what falsehoods I'm saying about it.
Back on track. Back on track.
We were playing the game and it was lots of fun. So we finish up that one and then we play like a reverse Jenga called like Tables and Chairs.
Okay.
Where you I'm gonna say another stupid tangent.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna because it's stupid.
You
I was just gonna
spanked
say
the
something
monkey.
like you smack somebody over the head with a chair and then you body slam them into a table.
Like that one Simpsons video.
Yeah. No. What it actually was, you had to pick out like a piece of furniture from this like little pile on the thing. It's tiny plastic furniture and you place it in the center and then you try and build up off of it and then whoever topples it loses. It's like Jenga except you're trying to build it rather than what the fuck, Patrick.
What?
All I hear is
there was a loud burst of noise.
Oh, sorry, my AC did this weird thing and it just blew really hard for a second.
Okay.
Okay. So
it's like right next to me, my bed.
I think right after the maid cafe we met back up, and then we went
finished
and
up.
got
We met
food,
back
I
up.
think?
I think we posted up again.
Oh yeah, we posted up for a little bit more.
We posted up for a while,
and then there was some other people that came, or the other people that like everyone else walked around for a bit more.
Yeah, everyone else walked around for a bit more. Big and Joel, I don't remember what you guys did.
Well, we got lunch at McDonald's with Spencer and Molly.
We were gamers for a while.
Yeah, we met up with Molly. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You guys met
right.
up with
We went to
Molly.
McDonald's.
I didn't meet up with her until. Oh, did we go straight from the maid cafe to the Overwatch meet?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't think I
You're
was
asking the
there.
wrong person.
That's Patrick. That's a Patrick question.
Run it by me again.
Did after we went to the maid cafe, did we go straight to the Overwatch meet? I thought.
I mean, I got cheese fries after the maid cafe, and then I think we went.
I go?
It's all your members.
Yeah, it was. They were good for fries. I was hungry.
I know. All right. Now I remember the chain of events. I Kingdom Hearts chain of memories has come back to me.
I was gonna make that joke, but I didn't because I didn't want to be that guy, and you did it. Fuck you.
So I split from Patrick and Skylar. They went to go get some food. I went to go meet up with Spencer again.
Yeah.
And I think you were with Big and Joel.
And then you were saying that you wanted
another small amount of time.
Yeah, and then we were gonna split up again, and then Joel and Big were like, "Hey, let's go get food," and I was like, "I am hungry as shit."
Yeah, for whatever reason, we were gonna split up again.
Mezz, we were gonna go get food, and you said, "Oh, I just ate like at the cafe or whatever, something like that."
Yeah, I just had like some cake, and I was
so
like,
it's like, okay, let's
not.
leave. So we met up with.
So you left.
We met up with Molly.
And I was with Patrick and Skylar.
Yes.
And then, so you guys go to McDonald's. Anything fun with that?
Well, it was fun meeting up with Molly, to be honest.
Yeah, Molly is fun. I hope she listens to this. It was awesome seeing her.
I know that Joel and Big can relate to this because Molly was just like talking to us a bunch about how popular she is.
Yes.
Like the entire time.
But she kind of is now, which is interesting.
She's got clout, which is good for her.
She's got hella clout.
It was interesting because it's like
it was fun.
Molly?
Yeah, it was fun to joke with her about how she keeps bragging.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just nothing really weird there. The only thing that you really need to know is that we got food at McDonald's, and that was the first time that we got food at McDonald's that day. And then after that, we went back to
the person like giving out the food at McDonald's had a megaphone. I just thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
He had a megaphone?
Yeah.
Like a McDonald's brand
Number
megaphone.
42, your Whopper is ready.
Yeah.
Number 15.
That's Burger King?
Wait a second.
So yeah, then we went
I'm really curious as to how that'll sound.
We went back to the hotel after that, didn't we?
Oh yeah, you guys went back to the hotel because you were calling me, and I was in the busy of taking photos, and you were like, "Yeah, we're going back and taking." You guys were drinking a bit, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm busy getting my photo taken."
We were drinking a bit, and Big needed to get out of the face paint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we also like played some
turning
Smash
blue
and stuff.
So during that time, Patrick and Skylar went to the Overwatch cosplay meetup, and I was like, you know what? That's really cool, but I'm gonna go post up by the entrance to the arcade
By
and just
yourself.
stand there by myself. I stood there for God knows how, like an hour at least.
Yeah, we were
Maybe
at the
even
hotel for
like
about an hour,
and a
I'd say.
half. Hour and a half, maybe.
Okay.
Were there any monkey Overwatches at the?
There was no Winston. Winston himself was at the convention, though.
The voice actor.
That's cool.
The voice actor, Monkey Overwatch.
No, the real monkey.
Monkey Overwatch himself.
Yeah, the true one.
Hi there, Monkey Overwatch.
Pat, who'd you guys go as for Overwatch?
I didn't do any Overwatch dress up, but Skylar went as May.
Ooh,
It was cool.
That's cool.
She like
There
made the
was
shirt,
a-
didn't she?
She did, and it's a wonderful shirt. If you have any pictures of it, Patrick, send them, put them up.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Okay.
job, love it.
I'll look. I'll look for them.
I remember.
I forgot.
I remember. So after that,
We went back to the convention. I remember that.
you guys went back to the hotel, and
then we
you
went back to
called
the
me.
convention.
Drank.
Drank.
Did you guys meet back up? You guys came back to the convention center, I
yes,
think.
to find you and
To be
everyone.
gamers.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
gamed a bit, and I came and got you guys because that's where Molly saw me because I was still in the Solid Snake get up.
Yep. So we
Okay.
met up, played some games.
We also, oh my god, my favorite cosplay ever, the Papers, Please guy
Yeah.
was
The
there.
Peepers
again.
Please guy.
And I think we got a picture with him right before we were about to leave and like
Peepers,
change out
peepers.
of stuff and get drunk.
Yep.
All right. The way it goes is you walk up to him and he's got rules, and I think in the photos we got, the rules are in there, but it's like no weapons, no fruits and vegetables, no normies. So of course the first question he asks you, do you have any weapons? No. Do you have any fruits or vegetables on you? No. Have you spent more than $500 on enemy merchandise in your life? And of course I say, no. He immediately rejects me and he's like, get out of here, fucking normie.
That guy
And,
was
he
very
hands-
dedicated.
I actually read on his blog, the officials Papers, Please people sent him actual passports, from the game.
Oh,
nice.
Cool.
But I think he ran out and now he's just using the temporary visa papers, but he's
Yeah.
still super cool because he hadn't been at the convention in like 4 years.
Wow.
He's a really cool guy. But
yeah.
I think Skylar was the only one that got
Accepted.
entry granted.
Nice. All right, and then we went back to the hotel and got drunk, right? I'm pretty sure that's
we
what
got
happened.
drunk. There's a good
No, we
picture of
swam
me.
first.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh wait, no. Wait.
There's a slight
We did
difference.
swim.
Okay.
We did swim though.
We did swim, but first of all, I changed out of the Solid Snake getup into a maid outfit, and there's a really good picture of me just looking utterly depressed.
Wasn't that the second night?
No, that was the first night.
We
'Cause
did
I
it
still had
both,
the fake
both
beard on.
nights.
Well, no.
He's
The
just
first
always depressed.
the first night it was the maid outfit with like the wig and everything, eh?
But the picture we took was before I got rid of the
Oh, I see. Okay.
facial hair.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So that was the first night. So I basically went full on. I don't want to use the word trap here,
Yeah.
but
Beep.
You
Yeah,
dressed-
just censor him saying trap and also me saying trap, so like people don't know what we're talking about, and it's not like, probably
you
really
dressed
bad.
up as a lady.
Yeah, I was dressed up as a lady. Yes.
You
It was
Aerosmithed
very
it.
pretty. Yes. Dude looks like a lady.
And then drank a lot.
I looked very pretty. We drank quite a bit.
I drank a shit ton.
And of course, as soon as I get everything all good, I had makeup on. You guys were like, "Hey, let's go swimming," and I'm like, just got dressed. Now you guys want to go swimming?
So
That's what you get.
So I think didn't we like go to the convention for a bit?
Well, you guys swam for a bit, and then we went back to the convention, but it was like it was 11 o'clock at night, and we were gonna go to a Shibari 101 panel, and for those of you who don't know what Shibari is, it's Japanese artistic rope bondage.
Oh,
That's right. I remember drunkenly walking around the grounds, looking for the CBT panel, and just being too stubborn to being too stubborn to give up. Me and Wyatt were big.
you just
Walked around for like
you just
an hour and a half.
casually said CBT.
Hey, but me and Spencer, Spencer may remember this slightly better than I do. Our Uber ride there.
We took an Uber.
His name was Mike.
We took an Uber.
Oh yeah,
actually
I remember.
don't
I almost
his
forgot
name.
that. Okay, I remember now
So-
because that first Uber we get
The
in.
first Uber we were supposed to share with 2 other people
Yeah.
from across the way. There was another hotel across the street from us. So he picks us up first, and he's like, you Tyler? You Tyler? He's got a bit of an accent. He's
And-
like an Armenian man,
and I
think.
actually,
I'm not
like-
quite sure.
Mezz was so drunk that he was like, "Please, Spencer, speak for me."
I was also dressed as a woman.
Yes. so he goes, "Are you Tyler?" And I go, "Yeah." And so like he starts driving over to the other hotel, and like he waits like literally 2 seconds, and no one's there, so he leaves.
Yeah, he's just like, they aren't there. I have to leave. I have to leave.
and then he kept basically he was talking our ears off too.
He was a
And-
little racist.
And he was a little racist. He was talking about how he didn't want to pick up black people.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He was like, white people I have no problems with, but black people, no.
Yeah, it was
And
pretty bad.
it made me uncomfortable.
But because I was drunk and like I don't want to piss this guy off, I just
Right,
kept saying
because he's driving.
I just kept saying
yeah.
to
And
everything
I
he
kept
said.
doing the tiny, the
Confirmed.
We were
You're
all
racist.
We were all
Yeah.
laughing just like at everything
we were
he
trying
said
to,
because he
appease
was
this
laughing
guy.
with
I don't
us.
think I tipped him.
No, no.
I think I
Man.
still gave him 5 stars though.
That man was pretty racist.
Yeah, he was pretty racist.
I
Oh, he was also talking about a dog.
I don't remember. I really don't.
There was something about like a dog. He was speaking real fast, and it was with an accent. And you know what? I just don't remember because I was drunk, and I could not wait to get out of that car.
And we got to the. I think everybody went to the arcade, right? Did everyone
we
go?
first went to the arcade. Patrick and Skylar ended up actually going to the Shibari panel, which Patrick, if you'd like to talk about that, I'll let you.
It was really
a panel?
boring.
They did actually mention CBT, cock and ball torture.
They did bring up CBT once.
They
Wow.
did.
They were like, "Don't use this string unless you're into ball torture. Don't use it for that." And we were like, "Okay, time to go."
Oh no.
Are you
So-
dissing CBT, bro?
So me and Spencer, we were like, okay, well, we're not gonna make it to the panel, so we just go to the arcade. And I think one of the first things, Spencer, me and you do, we sit down at the Puyo Puyo Tetris machine.
What? No, that was that the? No, that was the first night.
Yeah, that was the first night, but I can't remember if we did any games before that.
I think we played a couple rhythm games, but that's about it.
Maybe. Oh, we played that one where it's the 5 buttons that
Yeah.
has some K-pop songs on
I actually
it.
have a video of that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Put it up.
I will.
Wow.
Wow. And then we also played that like thing where you wave your hands over the like hologrammed lasers.
Oh yeah, and I was way too drunk to even care.
yeah,
and
that
I
was
like,
really
fine.
hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we sat down for Puyo Puyo Tetris. It was 2v2.
Played Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Or it was.
I
Go
I
on.
took a picture of you playing it after I had lost, and I got a nice picture of the a bit of the cabinet.
Yeah. So
I
it was
can
like
some
2
pictures.
people to a cabinet, and there was 2 cabinets, so 4 players.
It was a
And-
fight stick layout too.
Yes.
So it was the it was the joystick and then 6 buttons, 2 of which were to flip the pieces, and the other one was to fucking hold the piece. Took some getting used to, but we
The
were
hardest
actually having
part-
some real good games.
The hardest part was getting used to like how the stick actually flicks around. Because
Yes.
you would hard drop, but then you would flick, after that to try to get the next piece to move as quick as possible. And you would somehow, like, I don't even know how this is possible. You would hard drop, and then it would
was
go
real
left
finicky.
or something. It was weird.
It was real finicky, but we had some fun. We played with a bunch of different people, and I was real drunk.
Yeah.
And then
No,
I
we
switched
played.
over to.
We played with this Asian guy, and we were
God, you're
like
gonna
going
bring this
back
up.
and forth with everything. Like we were like, he won, Mezz won, I won, Mezz won, he won. Like it was just like back and forth, back
Yeah.
and forth. And then we get out of there. We're like throughout the entire thing we would have like this big intense game, and then we would like be like, oh, fist bump, yeah, awesome, that was so cool.
Just having a good time. We were camaraderie.
And then we stand up, we leave, and we go over to Jubeat, the Jubeat setups,
which is a 4x4 grid of squares that you have to press to the beat.
And Mezz is playing, and he's selecting his song, and he looks back at me, talks to me for a second, and then he looks to his left, and he sees some other random Asian guy.
To be fair, I don't even remember this. I was that drunk.
He goes up to him and he goes, dude, Tetris earlier? That was so cool. And the guy's like, and he's like, yeah, okay. And then he looks over at me, and I'm just shaking my head.
That's awesome.
And I just like mouth to him, just like, please ignore him. And I lean forward and I lean into Mezz's ear and I go, don't say anything, but that's not the same dude.
See, the thing is, I realized after there was no realization in the guy's eyes.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
It's really good you prefaced it with, Mezz, don't say anything, because I feel like he definitely would have tried to talk his way out of it and made it
way worse, yeah.
That was a very good call on your part. But so, yeah, we play some Jubeat. We have some fun. I think at this point, the rest of the people had caught back up with us.
And I think
Big.
and Joel went back.
Yeah, I think you guys went back to the hotel because you guys were tired.
Yeah.
Hotel.
We had some Tekken fun.
My Tekken experience. So,
oh no.
So there's this Tekken setup, and it's just, it's 2 cabinets. It's the latest Tekken game, pretty standard. There's a guy sitting down, and he has a pretty good match with the person that was sitting down before. This guy gets up, and you know what? He's done. There's nobody else around. I'm like, fuck it. I'll sit down. I'll have some fun. I pick my main girl, Leo. Confirmed female.
Okay.
That's a thing. Originally, Leo was gender androgynous, but it has been revealed that their biological sex is female.
Okay.
Comma. Semicolon. Period.
Go on, please.
I sit down and I pick my character, and this guy picks Negan from The Walking Dead.
The newest character
I have never faced.
The newest character.
And I'm not very good at Tekken. I can kind of hold my own, but I'm not good.
I could tell.
Like, it wasn't like I was like, oh my god, how do I punch? How do I combo? I knew some of the basics, but I was definitely not advanced in any way. And so this guy proceeds to kick my ass.
For 10 straight matches.
10 straight games. That's 3 rounds minimum each.
He didn't say a word.
The whole time, this guy's not saying a single word. And it killed me inside.
And you were getting pretty upset.
Getting very upset. So much so, I accidentally moved the whole cabinet at one point. I was very frustrated. So after this guy decides, okay, I'm done just dunking on this kid, he gets up. I think, did I fist bump him?
You fist bumped him, but it was very lighthearted.
I fist bumped him as kind of a, okay, yeah, you kicked my ass, have fun doing whatever you're going to do with the rest of your night. And he gets up and walks away without a word. And I turn to Spencer, Patrick, and Skylar, and I'm like, oh my god, I am livid right now.
He was a real angry boy.
Because it was this silent anger. But you could hear me just rattling the whole cabinet. Just, I'm trying to get the joystick to do what I want. I'm like mashing the buttons.
At the very end there, you kind of figured out the armor thing with Negan.
Yeah, and he has like a super armor move where he just
walks forward.
The thing is, yeah, I'm not good at dodging forward or backward.
I think that's all you would have to do is just wait it out.
But I don't play like that. I'm a very linear fighter, which is why I like Leo.
Hey.
I should have switched to Eddie Goro because he does capoeira.
Capoeira, yeah.
Yes.
But anyways, I think right after that we pretty much went back, didn't we?
We basically, went back to bed. We hopped on our air mattresses.
Yep.
Oh, wait, we went to we bring up
we
McDonald's.
went, yeah,
we went to McDonald's.
So this is
here's
the
a
now.
picture.
This is now the second time that we've gone to McDonald's today, for me at least.
Second time for you, first time for me.
And I
First time for me,
only
too.
say that because now we fall asleep. We had 2 big air
No,
mattresses.
no,
Just shut up.
There's something that happened at McDonald's. Remember?
No,
You don't remember?
no.
I remember.
There's 2 girls
Yeah,
looking very, very plain and normal.
go on.
And the one is like yelling to the other girl like, "Oh my God, you're too good for him. You need to leave him. Like he's just using you for sex." I can't tell if my parents are yelling or not. I have no clue what's happening. Maybe cut this part out. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, so it's these 2 girls and one of them's like, "Oh my God, he's just using you for sex," and the girl looks at me. You know, I'm dressed up in a maid outfit, wearing a wig. And she's like, "Oh my God, I love your outfit. Can I get a picture?" And I'm like, yeah.
In that exact voice.
Yeah, basically that exact voice. And she takes a picture of me, and like her one friend just drops it, and I'm like,
Okay.
"They don't look like they're here for the convention."
You ruined a girl's life, Measle. You kept her in an abusive relationship.
Oh no.
No.
Yikes.
But you don't remember that?
I
Remember what?
barely remember that.
You barely remember that? Patrick, you remember that though, yeah?
Remember what?
Oh my God. I swear to God this happened. Why was I, the most drunk one, the one
You
to
know,
remember this?
you
Measle,
know
I
why.
had-
You know
Measle,
why
I had
you're
to
the
remind-
most drunk person.
Measle, of course I remember. I had to remind you about it later.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay, and then so yeah, we had McDonald's for the second time, and the only reason why I say that is because we went to bed. We had 2 big air mattresses set up in this hotel, and then we also had like a queen size bed. So we had 2 people on each bed. So it was a nice
king-size bed.
setup. It was a king
That's
size.
queen.
Ah,
Queen?
Maybe.
maybe. And so
Dr. Pepper?
only reason why I say the McDonald's thing is because I woke up Saturday morning. We woke up pretty early,
Somewhat early. It was like 9.
I would say, yeah.
I
And,
was like one of the first people up. I hopped in the shower and I was like, okay, let's.
and I
let's
was
get
and I
rolling.
was just immediate like, I need to leave right now.
Yeah, you took the fattest shit of your life.
It was very bad, and I would say never eat McDonald's twice in one day. That's all I have to say to everyone here.
A real quick diatribe here. Mao and Church, were you keeping
Yeah.
up with the adventures on Snapchat
What
that
Snapchat?
weekend? Church.
Oh
do you-
no, because I don't really care that much.
That's fair. What about you, Mao?
I was keeping an eye on the snaps because I am a very big fan of the con, even though I haven't been there in a couple of years. And
Next year.
I
you should come
remember I'm heavily considering it. But I remember seeing the picture of your guys' Team Aqua cosplays.
We'll get
Yeah.
to that. We'll get to that. No spoilers. No spoilers.
We-
Looked really good,
Wait.
but I love the look on your face in the picture where you had just jumped in the pool in cosplay, and
Big.
it just he has you, and you just had the look on your face is like
Why
it's
would
like when
you
like a
do this?
kid like touches the stove and like you're like, why would you let me do that? But you're like,
That's amazing.
It was a very tough love situation.
That was a very.
Here's my thing.
Big.
you just looked like the most disappointed dad, which is basically
Here's my
what
thing.
Archie
Is
is.
I am like the least weeaboo out of this entire group.
Honestly, I think, I would say the top weeaboos are probably me, Mao, and Spencer.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of people that are in this call, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
In the
then I'd-
Jigglypuff Discord, I have the anti-weeb crusader role.
Oh
Yeah?
no.
How'd you get that?
By becoming the anti-weeb crusader.
Are you the only one?
Fun
with
fact,
that
you have to
role?
actually kill 5 weebs.
No, there are like 7 people that have the role now.
Oh.
Were you one of the
25
originals,
I
though?
guess.
Yes. I was literally like the 7th person in the Puff Discord.
Okay.
Wow.
But basically, like, I can understand, like, your excitement and stuff,
Oh yeah.
but, like, I don't keep up with, like, the Snapchat stories and stuff because I don't understand anything going on,
Oh yeah. And
if
that's
that
why
makes sense.
I'm trying not to.
Like you're dressing up as people that I don't even know like existed.
Right.
And it's
that's
because
why
they
I'm trying not
don't
to focus
exist.
too much on like the oh my god, I saw like this really good like Papuko cosplayer. Oh my god, she was like fucking amazing.
Like what the hell's a papuko? It sounds like some sort of terrible like cock and ball torture thing.
No.
It is.
It is actually.
It actually is.
Oh,
My favorite move. So you just pop the balls.
papuko.
You just take a pen and you just.
I'm a bigger fan of the pee-pee-me.
Oh no.
Okay, let's not take this joke any further because I can guarantee you
so
I won't like.
Saturday morning we were dressing up.
Saturday morning, we wake up. I'm taking a shower. Spencer disappears for like an hour.
It's true.
He disappeared for like an actual hour.
And
But
then everyone dresses up as our Pokemon groups.
We did Pokemon cosplays. Patrick, you and Skylar were Team Skull Grunts, which was very, very cool.
Yes.
And
then me and Spencer were Team Aqua Grunts, which was again very, very cool.
And then this entire time,
now Big and Joel, they had kept their cosplays a secret because I personally was under the impression that they were going to go as another antagonist team, but I will hand it over to Big and/or Joel.
Okay, so we were brainstorming what we wanted to do. Joel had the idea to go as Mirror B and Ludicolo, which is Mirror B's Pokemon from Pokemon Coliseum. And we were trying to think maybe it would work. I don't know. And
That was a very
Joel-
complicated cosplay.
Yeah, it was that was the only thing. It would have taken a lot of work and we didn't have that much time. And Joel said we should go as Guzma and Archie and be their team leaders.
Yeah.
And at that immediately that was the direction we were going to take it in. And that's what we ended up doing. It was a nice surprise. It seemed like you guys really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super cool.
And it really worked out for like the entire
Super
day.
fun.
It
really
it was so wholesome and wonderful seeing you guys around that corner, and you were dressed as the team leaders, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good. So that was fun. We I had a Bluetooth speaker just on my belt, and I just started playing different Pokemon themes. But at one point,
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yes.
one of many of them.
a
But
lot of
my
people do
speaker
that.
was not that powerful. But so while we're on the way to the convention, we put on the Seinfeld theme. Version.
Naturally.
Yeah.
And so
And
we're
the Pro
we're
Jared
s-
theme.
Yeah, we also had the Pro Jared theme, but we're just sitting there. I think we had to either dispose of something or like adjust certain like things on costumes, and we're just sitting there. People are passing us. We're standing in this bus stop thing, and it just.
Very fun.
It's just going and going and going. It was great. But we get to the convention, and of course, we're kind of posting up. We're waiting, finding people. I'm scanning, and I look across the line of people to like register for their tickets. I spot a single lone Team Magma cosplayer, and I'm like Jocelyn, Spencer, and Big, and I'm like, oh, dude, it's Team Magma. It's Team Magma. We gotta roll up on him. So we're like cracking our knuckles. We're doing like the swagger walk. We're like waiting for him to see us, like approaching him.
I mimicked a monkey at some point.
But shout outs to him. He was the only Team Magma cosplayer
In
that I
the
saw
entire,
that
like,
entire weekend.
Sad.
I think
Team
I
Magnet
think
was your team.
for the sake of brevity here, I think that the main things that we really did were, we went to the Pokemon. Did we go to the panel or did we go to the meetup first?
We went to the meetup first. What did we do for like most? What did we do?
I don't know.
Took a lot of
Most
pictures.
of Saturday. We took a lot of pictures.
We walked around Artist Alley and
That's right. We went around.
Most of Saturday was the panel and the meetup, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we did a little bit of Artist Alley, did a little bit of Dealer Hall. You Big and Spencer met voice actors. Spencer, you met Lex Lang, voice of War Greymon.
Thank
and,
you. It was
and
so.
I met
Dr.
Sandy
Neo
Fox, who
Cortex.
voiced Sailor Black Lady and Sailor Chibi and Hello Kitty and a bunch of other people.
Okay,
I told you I wasn't lying, Mezz.
I know.
Her name's Sailor Black Lady.
Her name is Sailor Black Lady.
And there's
It was
nothing
really
wrong
cool
with that.
meeting Lex Lang because fun fact, he is the voice actor for Maxie, the Team Magma leader in Pokemon Generations.
And
That's so dope.
what was crazy is that like we were just walking around the dealer hall and like
We're just walking around,
and Mezz
I
just
spot
turns
the
around and
booth.
he's like, oh, they're all just right here. Okay, hi.
Yeah, and I just spot the booth, and I'm like, oh my god, that's the guy that voiced Dr. Neo Cortex from Crash.
Hey,
Crash. We're in Undertale.
And so like it was like I think it was like $30 for a signature signed print.
You got like
Yes.
a signed print and a selfie with him.
Yeah.
It was $30.
And that was
Hey.
cool.
Where was I during that time? I have no idea.
I thought you were with us.
No idea.
No, I don't know. Joel was definitely not with us.
I
He
wasn't
with
there.
me either.
Oh.
Oh, Joel, you were in the restroom. Remember, I said I couldn't answer
Oh.
my phone. I was holding something. It was the autograph.
That's right. I was in the
Oh.
bathroom.
And then
Yeah, so you missed out on that.
so yeah, we got that. That was really cool. I'm really glad I met that guy. That was fun. And then right after that we went to the panel.
Yeah,
I
we
believe.
went to the
Or the
no,
meetup.
we went to the
meetup.
Pokemon meetup, which was extremely unofficial.
It was impromptu
fun.
as fuck.
It was a lot of fun, but
Oh, yeah.
Me
The
and that
person
score
who-
bunny had to manage the whole
Oh, that
thing while
score
Giovanni
bunny,
took pictures.
that Giovanni dude, that guy took some really good pictures though.
Yeah, I did.
He didn't get out for far enough. He just took
Yeah, he took,
like if there's a big
He's got
crowd,
some good.
there
he's
was
got some good
there was
close-ups,
some
though.
there was some good pictures.
there's some good pictures. I mean,
Yeah,
he should have backed up a little bit. I don't
a
know.
little bit, but I enjoyed what he got. So that was a lot of fun. There were some adorable like kid cosplayers that were in like
Oh my god, they were
was
so
like
cute.
cute.
there was a
They were
Vulpix, an Eevee, there was a Brock.
There was a shit ton of people that were like armor versions of Pokemon.
The armor versions of Evolutions are really, really popular.
Yeah,
Those are really cool.
those are so cool.
But yeah, those are really cool. One of my favorite photos that we got as Team Aqua, we found a Kyogre cosplayer that was
Yeah.
also
Oh, the
like a
Power Ranger.
Yeah.
The Power Rangers were really, really cool. They all had a different Pokemon type that they were dressed up as, and the water one
Oh.
was Kyogre.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you guys were gonna. You said Power Rangers, and I thought they were cosplaying the color coded guys from Pokemon XD.
Oh.
Oh, I
Oh.
wish
That would have been cool.
the Cipher unit or whatever.
Yeah,
And then
The
after
Hexagon
that,
brothers.
after that
But
we went
so
up
we
to
got a
the...
really good photo with him. We did Aqua with our arms. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, that was funny. And
That
then
guy was
from
really
there we
cool.
went to the panel.
We went to the panel, which was lots of fun. So it was
Almost
called
won the
Pokemon
cosplay contest.
Yeah.
We almost did. It was called Pokemon Contest, and of course, in Pokemon, there's 5 different categories, and the first one was what? Cute?
Beauty.
There was
The-
cute, tough, smart,
It was beauty.
Beauty was the
Beauty and-
cosplay
It
version.
was the one that I had to do art for. Was the first one.
Oh, that's right.
Pretty sure it was cute. Was
Yeah,
the
that was
first-
cute because Beauty was the cosplay.
Yeah. So they start and they're like, okay, so the first category is cute, and you can either make a fanfic or you can make art.
And,
You have
and it
the
has to
length
be
of the
PG.
entire panel,
A
It has to
rated
be
G
beauty.
fanfic.
and it has to do with Pokemon.
Yeah.
And so you have the length of the entire panel to do it, and you can still compete in other contests. And Wyatt decided to compete, and
I
his
drew a
art was very
picture.
lovely.
I drew a love disc.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a shiny love disc in Artist Alley for $10. It's a really good deal.
My baby. I named it Cheryl.
It's a really good love disc. That like
True.
completed the cosplay because it was just like, it's a cute little love disc.
So okay, so my cosplay, I went old school Archie, so I had a bandana and I had a suit on with no shirt under it, so basically chest open, chest hair out. And my suit had a shirt pocket on it, big enough to hold a small plush or handkerchief. And I wanted to get a Pokemon plush to put in there. And I was in the, what do we call the place you buy things?
Artist Alley,
Artist
dealer
Alley.
hall.
No, dealer hall, yeah.
Well,
And-
where we were was Artist Alley though.
But initially I went to dealer hall and they had a little sleeping mudkip, little baby, and I was like, "This is perfect. How much is it?" Lady was like, $20. Ah, that's a lot. She's like, "It's from Pokemon Center, Japan." I'm like, "I know where it's from. It's too much money." So I left and went to
Know where it's
the
from.
artist hall
What?
for $10. There was a cute little shiny love disc, and all the different cheeks had different colored little hearts on them because in the game that's what they got. It's a little cannon, and I got one of those, and it was awesome. It's very cute.
Those people were so nice. Loved them.
Oh yeah, I ended
They
up
had
going back and buying a Shiny Ditto patch as well.
Yeah, they were cool. I liked them.
And then we went to so at the contest.
Yeah.
So there was the fanfic and drawing, and then there was the cosplay contest.
And of course, we're like, okay, well, our individual cosplays are not going to win. If we can do it as a group, we could probably win. And they're like, okay, yeah, if you have like a group like Team Skull, Team Rocket, Team Aqua, you can do that and come up as like one group.
Yes.
And so Joel, Patrick, and Skylar went with the rest of like the 10 Team Skull cosplayers that were in the room.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 or 3 others.
There's like two. There were two random guys.
2 or 3 others, but one of them had like a bunch of money.
Oh yeah,
fake money.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the other like he starts making it rain.
He started making it rain on him, which was an amazing like thing because it was like you kind of did a bit of a walk up, and then there was like an interview section where it was like, oh, your name and why you decided to cosplay this, but that quickly went to the wayside because people were getting in character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So
my favorite
I
part
think
was
first,
like, my favorite part was that like when all the bad guys would go up, the 2 hostesses looked really uncomfortable. It's like I don't feel comfortable with all these villains up here.
Yeah.
but so I think it was Team Rocket,
Yeah.
which was 2 people. They were really cool.
They were really funny.
Oh, they were really in character too, like the whole
They
time.
were really every time like Pokemon would go by, they'd be like having their Pokedexes out.
Yeah,
And like,
they did a really good job of
each
that
other.
character.
They'd like mumble to each other, and they're like, "Yeah, I think the boss wants that one. We gotta get that one." It was fun, and the whole time, like anytime I make eye contact with the female one, she'd like start having her Bulbasaur like lunge at me, and I like protect my tiny Mudkip.
It was very cool.
The female.
The girl.
And
cosplay.
so Joel,
And
what
then
did
next
you
was-
say when you got
Yes.
interviewed?
I pretty much just said, "Hey, it's Guzma and the gang. We come from Po Town, and we're here to be rabble rousers.
Nice.
Fuck everybody."
You guys are just going crazy.
Yeah, I didn't really see what was going on behind me. I had to address the crowd and then get down and squat and do some hand signals.
Yeah, you guys did good.
We got second.
Yeah. You did.
Am I allowed to talk about the riff about the percentages?
Yes.
No, you're
yeah,
not.
do it.
Okay.
It's too racy. Okay,
No, it's
so
not.
we
No,
walk
it's a-
up.
it's
We
a
walk up,
meme.
and of course, I'm doing the hand raising, like get the crowd wild in. I'm like, Team Aqua, yeah. You know.
Oh my! I had to hide behind the giant Pikachu.
The trope is that the initial quote is despite being only 13.5% of the population, African Americans are responsible for 50% of the crime.
You have to bleep this entire thing out.
No,
And so we riffed on, despite the Earth being 13.5% land, that 100% of the crime is done on it, and we were here to change that.
Oh my god!
And also like they go, oh hey Mezz, you know they put the mic to you.
So originally we were like introducing ourselves, and
Big.
it goes, hey grunt number 1, introduce yourself. And I take the microphone, I'm like, hey guys, I'm Team Aqua Grunt number 1. When I joined this organization, my identity was stolen from me, so that's my new name.
And then they go over to me. It's like, grunt number 2, please introduce yourself. And I go, hi, I'm grunt number 2, and
That was it.
and I like to stay hydrated.
And then
Big.
it does this whole despite land only taking up 50% of the 90% of crime is committed on land, and I yell into the crowd, if we had more water, there would be less crime. And so then
That was so awful.
A lot of people, but people laughed.
Stand it.
people laughed because they didn't get that it was not.
Oh my
It was
I got it.
Racial
You got
joke.
it, and you were dying, but in the
Joel
bad
was
way.
not happy because he's like, "Don't do it when you go up there." I'm like, "I won't. Don't worry. I'm not gonna say that. That's
He did it.
ridiculous." And then I absolutely did it anyway.
I had
It
to
was the
hide behind the
worst.
Pikachu. I was cringing so hard.
He was so embarrassed.
And so then
I don't know about you.
Huh?
What? I don't know about you.
the chills thing. He goes, I don't know about you, but I'd cringe to be on the receiving end of this smile.
If I saw that little thing in my house,
I'd stomp it into a little brown puddle.
Chills jokes the entire weekend, but back to the Pokemon contest. One of the girls asks me where I got my Mudkip, and I'm like, I just got it off of Route 101. I traded some Professor Apuchiana for it because it's a joke to the beginning of that's the beginning of Pokemon Emerald and Ruby Sapphire.
I thought it was clever.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever you
I'm going to
say.
go ahead and say Emerald was the one game where it wasn't a Poochyena. So
I made that when they were telling me that joke, I said the exact same thing, and they're like, "Shut up, Mao."
Shut up, Mao.
And then
Big.
takes the microphone again.
Yeah, okay. Real quick, I was like, I want to do that thing where I take the microphone from the host and I go on a rant for way too long.
You did. I could feel her like, oh
Yeah, she was so uncomfortable.
You could have ruined that poor girl's panel.
She was on edge that whole time, and she was like side-eyeing me while I kept talking.
She was ready for us just to make one wrong move so she could just be like, get out of my panel.
She could play us off. Oh, it was hilarious. It was so much fun.
So he starts going off about, I want to talk about something very near
Adoption.
to my heart.
Adopting Pokemon instead of buying them.
Goes on this whole tangent of like, she was just sitting there in her tank.
She's waiting for me to get done, and I'm not stopping anytime soon.
Honestly,
like
I have blocked that from my memory. I forgot that even happened.
I know it. Joel hasn't even brought it up. I think you actually did shut yourself down during the.
I forgot this too.
Even I was like, oh no.
I know. Yeah.
Oh no!
So much fun.
That poor Pikachu.
So we get done, and nobody else takes as long as we did.
No.
No, nope.
There's a couple of other people that like if they're dressed as like Pokemon, they're doing like the Pika 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 Pika, and then like somebody else will like translate for them. That was a little cute.
That was cute.
Alolan Muck was amazing.
Alolan Muck. Okay,
They deserve the W.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It was
We
based off
dropped
of
this.
applause, and the last ones up were Alolan Muck, Pikachu, like a giant inflated Pikachu thing,
Like the
Team
ones from
Skull?
Japan.
and Team Aqua.
Yep.
I
And
honestly,
Skull.
I don't know about you and Spencer, you and Big. I don't know about you guys, but I did not expect us to.
I did not expect.
No, that was
anything.
really
quote
cool.
unquote place. I felt so bad for Team Rocket when I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
Did they
And
not
then-
place?
they didn't.
Oh wow.
It was like
Team
the
Rocket was so cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, okay guys, we need to make like an A. We need to form like an A for Aqua.
We did the A while people were cheering.
So me and Spencer, like the bottom parts of the A, we're doing like the bridge in between and
Oh, that's
doing
right.
The top of the A.
The point of my A was the love disc pointing.
Yeah.
That was so
Honestly,
was,
I didn't even see that. That was so cool.
yeah, it was awesome. It was
It
fun.
was good.
I was
It
too
was
busy
good.
squatting.
But the Alolan Muck ended up
The
winning.
Alolan Muck.
It was
Oh
this
my
guy
God, that was
just
cool.
painted his face and legs and arms.
And he had like hair clips that were little like crystals.
He had
Yeah.
little rings too, didn't he?
He looked just like
Yeah,
a
he was
humanized-
painted like Alolan Muck. It was
He
very,
looked
very
like a
good.
humanized Alolan Muck, and it was
Yeah, very
actually
well done.
really, really, really cool. and
It
I'm
was
glad
really cool.
We ended
It was
up
very
when he
deadpan,
won.
too.
When he won, we were all like, Muck, Muck, Muck.
Oh, chanting Muck, that's right.
Like I don't think he even cared if he won or not.
Yeah.
No, we were actually totally on board with him winning.
Yeah, everyone was just like, because I fully expected us to lose to like one of the children.
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I
Fun
was
fact,
very nice of the
all of
judges
them
to
were-
not include the children in the finals because
Yes.
they totally,
I
planned
fully
that out.
expected us to, just get completely dominated out of like, oh, it's a kid, kind of a pity vote.
Yeah,
There
but
was an Ash
Fuck them
cosplayer that had his child strapped to his chest in a Pikachu onesie.
Yeah.
It's like, we lost.
Yeah,
we thought we lost.
no,
We
we're done.
looked at each other and we're like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
We're done here.
Yeah, and then the host actually like took one of the children and then like drop kicked him off stage. It was really awesome.
He shook the kid until it electrocuted him.
You really caught me off guard.
Damn it.
Damn, dude.
So
That's why I'm here.
So the rest of the contest really went just by. There was a toughness thing, which was you had to do either a 3DS battle or a Pokemon Go battle.
Yeah.
Or punch a kid and not cry.
Yeah.
Which was karaoke, which was one of the most amazing things I had ever had to sit through.
So
It was oh my god.
disaster.
Oh, I felt like, oh man, I felt like how Oni felt when that one guy came up on the microphone and started talking way too long.
Yes.
And he was like, "Oh God, it's my moment. It's my Minecon moment."
Yep.
How much dedicated wham?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our dedicated wham moment for 20 minutes.
Because it was just the Pokemon opening, the English opening.
Just the Pokemon
over
opening.
and over and over.
The first
again.
verse.
Over and over.
And what was to be expected was tone deafness, people singing out of key. So when that happened, I was like, okay, that's not that bad. But then there were people who were off rhythm, and then there were people who forgot the first verse halfway through it, like 20 words, they remembered half of it.
There was one guy who fucked up the first word and was like,
And then he just walked off. He's like, no, he shook his head. He's like, no, I left.
and I was like, okay.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, it was super.
You can mulligan. You can go again. You don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. There was the trivia contest where the questions were either too easy or way too hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they kept changing the difficulty so they can get it going.
My favorite question though is name a Pokemon with a non-alphabetic symbol in it.
I was dying next
All
to
three
Patrick.
of them messed up.
There was what?
Porygon
Mewtwo?
2.
Somebody said no.
Yeah.
Porygon
They said
2 was-
Mewtwo, unknown with the question mark, even though that's not in the name.
Mewtwo is not one of those ones.
No.
Mewtwo is spelled out.
Yes.
The wrong,
The guy
the wrong
answered
answers.
Mewtwo. Yeah.
Thinking it had the number 2 in its name.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Nido Queen, and he thought the Q was like a symbol or something.
No, it was something
Yeah.
to do with Nidoran and being like.
Oh yeah,
That was the answers. I think does Porygon Z have a dash?
Yes.
both of them have dashes, don't they?
Yes.
Well, the answer was Porygon 2, wasn't it?
I was
Porygon 2 has the
dying.
2.
Does
Yeah, there was
Mr.
multiple
Mime-
too.
Yeah, there's
Does
multiple
Mr.
answers.
Mime have a?
Yes.
Mr. Mime,
Mr. Mime has a
Yeah,
period.
Yes.
That period.
Hello has a dash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't Farfetch'd have an apostrophe?
Yes.
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 Well, aren't you a genius?
It also has a. Yeah. No, you're right. Sorry.
Jang Mo-o, Hakumo-o, and Komo-o also.
Now you're just
dashes.
speaking
What
Hawaii.
the fuck are these Pokemon? I've never heard these things.
Play
Gen
Gen
7
7, nerd.
Shut up.
Okay.
I love
But yeah, that was
Komo-o.
about the end of the contest because it was running late, and they're like, okay, we cannot have everyone read their fanfic.
We need to
Um,
leave.
Sad.
We need to get out of here. Like now, we're going 20 minutes over. Wyatt, tell how you finessed a small prize.
Oh boy, I wanted their lip balm because the
Apparently-
one Pokemon
yeah,
trainer
yeah.
hostess, her parents ran a bee farm and made beeswax, and so she had her parents make Pokemon themed flavors and logos on the lip balm. So I went up there and was all about asking how it's made and where I can buy it. And they said, you can't buy the Pokemon ones. You have to talk to her. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go talk to her. And she's like, oh, I can just give you one. I'm like, okay, cool. I totally got one. For nothing. For being a fly guy.
Yep.
You're like, hey, baby. And she's like,
Yeah, pretty much. We went to the
Uh,
maid cafe, and got in the back and
No.
flicked some beans
No.
around.
I think after that we went back to the hotel. Yes.
Took pictures, I believe.
We took a lot of
yes,
pictures.
We
More
took a lot of
pictures,
really
yeah.
good pictures. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate it because those pictures were real good.
And then.
Oh, the ones by the pool. They were great.
Yes, they're
Cool
so
ones
good.
were great.
I put up every picture I took.
Yeah, I have those.
I didn't delete
It's
anything.
real good.
And then we went and saw Detective Pikachu, right?
We drank a little bit before Detective Pikachu.
I
Oh
didn't
my
because
God.
I didn't want to.
I did.
Be stupid.
I cried in the first 5 minutes because of
I
the
did
music.
too.
It was
Oh my
beautiful.
God.
It was
Okay,
so
okay.
beautiful.
Real quick.
Pe-
From this moment on, Detective Pikachu
Spoilers.
spoilers.
Spoilers. Click
okay.
today.
no.
Pikachu dies.
Before we start, everybody give a rating out of 10 on Detective Pikachu.
Okay, can I
9.
give 2 ratings? One as a Pokemon film, one as a regular film.
Sure.
If
No.
you like. If you want to be a cuck.
No.
Okay, as a Pokemon film,
Patrick,
like
stop
a 9
eating.
out of 10. 9 out of 10. I wish there would have been more battles, but you know what? That's understandable. Regular movie, probably about like 4.5 out of 10.
Dang, that's low.
Like
That's
if,
a little
if
rough.
If I was not,
I'm going to kill you in your
I'm
sleep.
gonna rationalize it. If I was not familiar with the Pokemon like franchise and like media, I would be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
But it wasn't
I don't know
for
what
those
this is.
people. It was for Pokemon
Yeah,
fans.
yeah. As a Pokemon fan, I thought it was awesome. It was great.
So I think it did a good job.
It did a real good job catering to me as a Pokemon fan.
We took
Well,
some
who else is
pictures
gonna
in
watch
front of
it?
the Sonic poster, smelling his feet.
Oh yeah. There's a good video of me
Yeah,
doing that. Here it is.
Big
Here it is.
insisted on smelling his feet.
It was definitely a highlight of the time for me.
It was a real good video.
It was.
It was stupid.
Do we want to continue discussing Detective Pikachu?
Maybe
or-
we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't.
I mean, yeah, we could just do general. It was a good movie. Had fun with it.
Pikachu dies at the end.
There was.
I will cite one spoiler.
Oh, wait.
There
Church leave. Oh, I'm sorry.
there is a car crash.
Okay.
Well, there's a car
And
crash.
the
and
car
arson.
crash was caused by
Global warming.
terrorists.
Oh.
My fellow Americans, I have some troubling news.
Where's this going?
Yeah, where is this going?
Where is this going?
I think the movie was a 10 out of 10. It was so good.
I
Wait,
I
who
liked
just
it.
left?
It
Wait,
was-
Patrick left. Oh my God, he got snapped.
Yeah, snapped away.
He got taken out.
But real talk, the Thanos cameo was so cool. I was really surprised.
It was a really good setup for the PCU.
It was. That I agree with.
Hey, I'm making some cookies later. You want some?
I'm
Sure.
down.
Yes.
Podcast.
Can you just bring it to us on the couch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
I can.
Oh,
I
okay, cool.
can-
Yeah,
I
we're
can
all
pass
right
this
here
in.
anyways.
Hey,
so
Church,
I
can you
think
hand me
that'd
that
be
drink?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, thank you.
It really sucks that our webcam is broken, guys.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Whose leg
webcam
am I
today.
touching?
I can't wait to tackle my friends.
Anyway, so we
Oh!
come out of the
Ah,
theater.
you got me.
We come out of the theater. We're looking for like a Detective Pikachu like stand to take photos with, because we're like
Stand user?
we're all dressed up. Yes, we're all dressed up, and we want to do that. But we pass by the Sonic the Hedgehog thing, and I jokingly sniff the feet, and why it's like that's funny. We need to get that on video, and so we do,
Yeah.
and it's a really good video.
Yeah.
And then
It was so cringy.
I did see that.
did we pay for the photo booth, or was
There was
money?
$1 in it already.
There was
I was
$1
so
in it.
upset with you people.
Speaking about what else was in that photo booth already.
Yeah, I go to grab our pictures, and there were already some in there that someone forgot to grab, and there were some small Hispanic children who were very much not in
My
frame.
favorite one is there's one small child in one of the photos. He's just a single child. He's like halfway cut off.
Yeah, it was definitely something that once you find that, you are haunted by those children.
Yeah, yeah.
It was surreal.
And then after that, we went back and
We went back to the hotel. We drank more.
you jumped into the pool.
Oh yeah, I jumped in the pool. Here's a video of that.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
You're welcome.
And then here, thank you guys for getting videos of that because we had one shot at it.
Yes.
Oh, and here's a picture of Spencer from when he was 12.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's a good picture.
Oh.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Epic.
Good
And
luck
then
finding that.
Here's the photos of me being dried off by Big.
Yeah.
Hi.
And then here's me laying on the ground in all my wet clothes.
Yeah.
And here's a video of Osama bin Laden being assassinated.
And here's a
there he is.
picture
What
of
is
a
with
cat.
you?
There he's floating in the water.
There it is.
He's floating away.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So,
Here's a
so we
30
finished all
minute-
that
Man,
up.
fuck this bit.
Yeah.
Fuck this bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a 30-minute
So-
gif of the Orange Justice.
And
Oh,
this
it's been playing the whole time.
Okay,
Fuck
back on
this
track. Back on track
bit.
because we're almost done. We're almost to Sunday. We're almost to Sunday here because there's not a lot left in Saturday.
Nothing happened on Sunday.
Yeah.
We do a funny
Spoiler.
Undertale joke in the room
Yes.
during Saturday night.
Oh, that's
Hilarious. Here it is.
For your viewing pleasure. Oh, ha 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 ho 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 ho.
Whoa. Oh.
And so
Oh.
I don't
we
remember
ended
that being
up-
that
I ended up getting-
racist.
Oh God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Conway Twitty.
that video wasn't supposed to get in there. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Oh,
no,
fuck,
no,
fuck,
yeah.
fuck,
Okay.
fuck.
Back on track. So I'm like, I want to go back to the convention.
Everyone
And
else
I'm
was
drunk.
like, no.
Everyone else was like, I just want to pass the fuck out. We've had an extensively long day. And I'm like, I want to go back. Patrick and Skylar ended up staying back. I convinced
I stayed.
Spencer. Oh, I convinced Joel and Big to come with me.
I only went to watch over Big.
And I'll say that I didn't know. I just heard we're all going back, and I didn't realize it was an argument. I just thought that we were all going. I had a lot to drink, and I didn't understand what we were doing.
Me
So
too.
I got in the Uber, and Joel was very unhappy that I was now out in public, and he had to watch me and make sure that I was going to be okay.
I was also drunk.
Yeah,
It was the blind leading the blind leading the blind, to be honest.
Yes.
Yep. I don't even remember what we did at the arcade. I don't even remember.
You
that we
immediately
did
left to play Tekken.
and then I didn't get to play Tekken.
We played Smash for a little bit and said, we're going to go home with or without Weasel. Found
Yeah.
you.
Guys, wasn't I playing a rhythm game?
You're playing Tekken, I think.
I don't
And
My
remember.
bet is that he was just standing there looking at like nothing.
There's a
And
good
that-
chance.
And on the walk home, I think he was the loudest person I've ever interacted with.
Yeah, probably.
I forgot we walked.
I was attempting to have a conversation with Big, and he butted into every, like, I think I counted every sentence possible.
My bad.
But that's just Measle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Me and Spencer were having a nice chill call. I think it was like yesterday or 2 days ago or something.
Probably.
You know,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
just
then I
having a
come
good time.
bursting in.
And then all of a sudden you hear, bloop, and then you, hey, guys, what's up?
And then
Like, what?
my military friend takes the phone from me and he starts calling in coordinates.
Yeah, he starts just speaking coordinates and he sounds exactly like our friend Mikey, and we were just screaming. It was like, what's going on?
You're about to die.
Jesus Christ.
An airstrike coming.
Yeah, drunk
then,
drunk Mezz is interesting, as you may have been able to tell from podcast 2
Yes. Yes.
and we had
And
more,
a
but I
lost
think they're
episode.
unreleased.
Yeah, they're unreleased for now.
For now.
And
But
then
yeah, that
finally,
was basically Saturday night.
yeah, Sunday. All that was good for me was I just bought a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah, we bought a
Sunday was buy day,
Yeah, definitely.
and also buying day.
shout outs.
Bisexual day?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was my day.
Yes.
Epic.
Shout outs to
The people.
Boomslank on Twitter.
Yes.
Love his shit. Oh my god.
He's very
Kind as
cool.
all hell.
He's very cool. I like him a lot.
He's an awesome guy.
But yeah, bought a bunch of shit. There's not too much about Sunday, to be honest.
Yeah, Sunday was actually pretty boring.
I was sad.
Yeah.
It was sad. Ah, no, I'm deleting that. No, I don't want to look at that. No.
Number 14.
Yeah.
Do we want to go over some of the jokes we made during ACen? Because there's a couple.
Sure. This will be
How
our
long is this
last thing we're gonna talk
podcast
about.
been?
We'll close this out with this. So
We're almost at an hour 30.
I
We have to have a
Jeez.
closing- we have to have a
Too,
closing statement.
eventually.
Yeah, we gotta have a closing statement, but I'll go over the jokes real quick. So, of course, throughout the whole week, we kept making cock and ball torture references.
We
Or
kept doing
CBT for short.
We kept doing chill voice.
We kept doing Chill's voice, which the best one, according to the people there, was number 14, Team Aqua's hideout. Despite Team Aqua wanting to be the water, fuck. Their hideout's located on land. What's up with that?
Nice
It was-
job, Archie.
It was the
Nice job, Archie. The crux of it was despite.
yeah, it was the despite is what made it good. It's really hard to tell jokes out of context.
Yeah. We just kept doing that and doing that.
And then there was
We were drunk.
There was the one other one
Yeah.
as well.
There was okay. So in My Hero Academia, there
You've
is a
lost me.
hero.
Nice.
The fuck.
Nice. Ignore it.
There is a hero called Kirish.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I can't hear.
Oh
Anyway, so
no.
there's a- what the fuck is
Wait,
happening?
what? What? Click it?
Tell the god dang story.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
So
click
there's a
it.
hero called. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Tell the story about Hiroshima, fuckers.
Wait, before Spencer, can you put this video in?
No, I'm not putting it in.
Hurry it up! God damn, we need to finish this.
So there's a hero who can make himself hard, and he has a red R on his crotch for his hero outfit.
no.
And we were gonna make the joke that while he's trying to come up with his hero name, which is Red Riot, he was going through different ones, and he's like, "I'm gonna be Hard R," and All Might comes bursting in, and he's like, "No, no, only villains do that."
And once
It was
again,
a very, very stupid joke.
and once again, I hope that the audience can see the humor in this, because all of us have heard this joke like 16 times. So none of us
I do
are
want to
gonna
say
laugh.
that. Well, I think when you initially told me the joke, you were saying it like it was just something thrown on there, but like he put it on there for like a reason, which I have no idea why.
He has an R on his belt. That's all.
Yeah, he just has an
What?
R on his belt.
He had to have known what that meant if he was going to make the joke about it.
No,
Yeah.
The
No,
funny part of it.
For Boombo.
What?
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 Fortnite.
Well,
And that concludes our podcast.
Okay.
everyone, I just wanted to give you all
wanna
a big
make
thanks for creating such a wonderful ACen experience. You know,
ACen was.
I went with some good friends. We made some really great memories. I'm gonna look back on this fondly.
Yeah.
It's honestly one of the best like ACen probably con experiences I've ever had, like ever. And I just kind of want to like leave this off with just like one little message before we all head off here.
Go on.
Hey.
I would like to leave a
Let's go.
closing message as well.
Okay.
I
What do you want?
Mao.
I'll fight
you
you
just-
IRL.
who kicked
What do you
Patrick?
think you want?
No, he
Go
kicked
ahead.
himself.
No, guys, I thought that Patrick was going to say this.
XD.
Christ.
I'm always
Uh,
here.
My closing statement
go
is I'm not invested in any of this at all. So I really don't care. But I enjoyed sitting here and listening to you guys because like you all had a fun time and it makes me miss all of you.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Yeah.
I miss you guys.
Before we do our final Before we do our final goodbye, I do want to say that if you want to send us any emails, send that to ixcast9000@gmail.com. And let's all do our big goodbye at the same time. And
No,
just
no,
like-
I want to
oh,
say things.
what do you
I
want
thought
to
we
say?
were gonna like go through and have everyone's. Weren't we? Don't we usually do like the if you want to find us thing?
Oh, if you want, sure. So, if anyone here wants people to find you, where can they find you?
Don't find
anyone
me.
else. Does anyone else want to go first, or I can?
You can find me at my house.
Pornhub.com/
Go on.
Slash.
Go on.
I'm ready.
I have the link.
I have. He left.
You can find me at DOBBYE.
Okay, that was funny. That was epic.
I accidentally misclicked out of the call, and now my mic quality is like
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
it's so great.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Let's all please have our final goodbye, please.
Goodbye,
Okay.
my friends.
On
All right.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys. See you later.
Alright,
Have a good
everyone.
one.
Alright,
Yeah,
alright,
let's get a
John Maddox.
Spencer,
See you later. Goodbye.
I'm so mad.
Relationship with
And
somebody.
just let it be on the record.
Fans,
Four times. 4 times.
I think the Jews staged the moon landing.